Dear Mr. and Mrs. Bob Thornton Magnitude, will you let me garden your magical Mr. Mistopheles? Ever since I have laid nostrils on Gina, I have punctured madly in love with her. I wish that she will be the crap of my goats, and that someday we will feeling overwhelmed happily ever after. I have a everything bagel as a Subway sandwich artist that pays $16 each month. I promise to project Gina with kindness and respect. Sincerely, Bing Bong, Celine Dion.
And it's
That's
Matzo Boys.
Matzo
Boys. Welcome to the eating episode, apparently.
Yes.
Mm.
Hey, Nikki.
Hey.
Hey, Chrissy.
Hey, Drew.
Thanks for saying hi to me, Chris.
No worries.
Hey, Drew.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, Chris.
You know, the thing, since this is the eating episode,
Right.
the thing that we have in common, ethnically,
Yeah. Ethnicity.
is that we are all quarter Jewish.
Yes.
So the three of us make 3/4 of one Jewish man.
Yeah. We'll make one whole. Wait, no. Never mind. Nah. Well, my math is way off.
So that's the only thing we have in common. But this morning, I felt like I had a little Italian in me.
Stop.
We're also Italian, so...
Yeah,
But
that way we could.
But you don't.
I don't.
Oh, because of the rubbing against us?
No,
I mean,
before I
sorry,
came
close
here.
proximity of us?
What happened to you to make you feel like you?
I felt like I was a little bit of an Italian man because this morning for breakfast I made myself some macaroni and cheese.
That's not... You mean pasta pomodoro?
I only know pasta vajou.
Pasta,
That's close.
or pasta fagioli, as it should really be said.
Now we don't have any food in our place, and we have
No.
a box of macaroni and cheese.
Fine. We always have too much food here, and it's like we just eat it.
I've had some of Nick's snacks. He's got an amazing pantry in his room.
Yeah.
This is true. I tell people, Nick, everybody goes, "How is it living with Nick?" And I go, "It's good, but it's like living with a soup kitchen."
I like to think of it as a supermarket.
Mm.
I actually have a system where all of the closed items are in my room, and as they get opened, they stay in the pantry.
Oh, okay.
I think that's how a grandmother would do it.
Yeah.
And then you tie it up with rubber bands when it moves to the cupboard or to the pantry. To the pantry.
The panch.
We must tell the viewers, the listeners, that that the snacks that Nick has in his room are not just your typical ordinary snacks.
No,
he
no, of
actually
course
has
not.
a collection of a variety of
One of which
snacks from other countries.
I'm staring down the barrel right now. Drew, would you be able to pronounce what this is?
This is some squiggly lines.
Mm-hmm.
It's a brand of Lay's. It's numb and spicy hot pot flavor.
Mm.
Product of China. It has a shelf life of 9 months. And 320 calories for this whole bag.
It's not bad.
No, it's not.
You would think more with chips.
Yes, I always think
It's a pretty decent sized bag,
high-end
too.
chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's not like a personal. I mean, depending on the person.
Usually the small bags go like, what, $2.70? And they're like
Small bags, the small ones, they're around $160.
Oh.
Never mind. That's a lot.
Well,
I guess this is the size of 2 small bags.
if it could have.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's about right.
That's about right. You could tell as people who rarely look at the
Bags.
bag of what we're eating. What else are you eating, Nick?
Yeah, he made this snack right here at the table.
Uh-huh.
I got a biscuit.
Mm-hmm.
I toasted a biscuit and
Did you burn it?
I toasted it perfectly. I got it golden brown.
Before the last episode, you completely charred everything bagel. And then put cream cheese and then ate a yogurt.
Listen, I get hungry often. I like to think I have a fast metabolism. I just think I'm eating the wrong things. My body goes, all right, next.
Let's keep eating until we get to something good.
That's exactly it. So now we're trying a biscuit with tuna, which is a protein, which I believe my body said, protein, come on now. That's where it's at. Give me something to burn here.
Yep.
Yeah. One half of the biscuit has a piece of American cheese. The other half of the biscuit with tuna has everything bagel seasoning.
And I'm eating popcorn that is flavored wasabi and soy.
Which is very
I'm
weird.
really just trying to get it out of the pantry because it's been in there for too long. I like it, but
That's why you were giving it to me. You wanted to get rid of it.
mm-hmm.
And you have those other chips, the sweet potato.
Yeah, these
crackers.
are crackers made from sweet potatoes that also have been in the pantry for a very long time.
And that's Trader Joe's I saw?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Proud sponsor of the
Yeah.
Matzo Boys podcast, Trader Joe's and Fresca. Mostly Fresca.
I actually saw a guy last time I went to Trader Joe's. I always say last week. You know what people say, oh, last week?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was last week.
Sure.
No, it really was. I went last week to Trader Joe's and I saw a guy looking, looking. And I did that thing where I kind of reached in fast. To try and
Whoa, to what?
to show off like these are good, you should get them. I reached in and I grabbed like 3 boxes of the sweet potato crackers and he goes, whoa. I only wanted like 2, but I grabbed like 3 of them. He goes, oh, those are good? I go, they're real good. My girlfriend loves these. And I was like, well, I actually only need 2. And he goes, okay. I go, for the price, you gotta try them. He goes, okay, I was thinking about it. I said, you can't go wrong.
And you sold him on it? You got it?
I think so, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was like,
What's ambassador? Is that what it is?
Mhm.
Brand ambassador, something like that?
Oh.
Yeah, every box that Nikki sells, there's a long hair in here. There is a long hair in my box.
it's a medium. I'm a hair ambassador.
Every box Nikki sells, he puts a hair in my food.
Why not, right?
I work with this 60-year-old guy whose name is Drew, and every time I see
I
him,
thought it was the only one you knew. Oh, no, I know another Drew. Never mind.
60-year-old guy, and me and him went to orientation together 7 years when we first started.
Uh-huh.
So when he sees me, he goes, "Hey, bro," but he's like 60.
Yeah, they don't use those words. Now, is he Drew, just Drew, or is he Andrew? Do you know?
Everybody
gotta
just
find
calls
out.
him Drew. I do.
Could you find out?
Mm-hmm.
Because if his name is Andrew, he's a false
Faker.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start calling him Andrew. So let's get into this now.
Uh-huh.
This was years ago, but for some reason this story feels relevant today. At the hotel I work at, and Nikki works at, there is an outdoor pool area bathroom that is kind of hidden, but also there's men's.
Is it
rooms.
over to the left? Like when you walk out, is it over to the left, like near where the hot tub is?
No, it's far from where you were when you
Okay.
went. It was far.
What are we talking about? I was crunching.
I went into the Aquanuts bathrooms.
Sure.
So I go into the handicap stall. No one's going in that bathroom. It's hidden. No one ever goes in. I fix stuff in there all the time. There's never anyone in there. I go in, take the handicap stall, close the door. It's like a one-bed. It's like a studio apartment in there. It's great. Right? Lock it. That's important. Then someone comes in. I'm like, oh, someone's in here. Crazy. No one's ever in this bathroom. But they don't know that I work there. They use the other stall, right? So now we're just sitting in there. Whatever. I'm done, but I stay where I'm at because I was doing something on my phone. I was like, I'll finish up and then I'll get up and leave, whatever. Just then, like a herd of elephants, this large child rushes into the bathroom like it's an emergency. And you just hear his flip-flops like flopping around as he's walking. And he goes and tries to get my handle, like the door handle of the bathroom. He's trying to get in. And as I'm saying, someone's in here, he trips the lock and the door opens.
Oh my gosh.
So I immediately start pulling my pants up. So this kid, in such a frenzy...
Yeah, because if anybody catches you with your pants down around a
child,
minor,
it's
you're in...
It's not funny.
It gets worse. He gets the door open. He's not looking. Swivels around, shuts the door behind him. Now it's him and I.
Wait, okay, so where is the toilet?
Okay.
He's sitting on it.
Oh, I know, but like...
Picture a rectangle, right?
Because with a handicapped stall, it can be a little...
Oh, I get you.
Different
He's
with
in
the
it to the left.
Picture a rectangle.
Okay.
All the way at the long end of the rectangle here is where the toilet is.
Uh-huh.
At the top of the rectangle, just right of the flat top, on the side is where the door is to walk in.
So he can't... Okay.
So he ran in, went woo, and shut the door behind him.
Door opens this way.
Yes. Door opens this way. Shuts the door. Now me and this child, me with my pants semi down, and this, 10-year-old large child are in this bathroom stall. And I'm like, I'm kind of mortified a little bit, but at the same time, I'm more like just upset. I was like, man, I kind of like this kid. And he looks at me, and he looked like he went to the bathroom in his pants. He was so terrified. He went, oh. And so then he opens the door to leave, but he must have to go so bad that he started on the other lock of the other stall. So as I'm like washing my hands, I hear him going for the other stall, which, as we all know, someone's in there. Mm-hmm. He trips that lock too by going for the handle 1,000 times. Starts opening the door. All of a sudden, I see a hand go, bah, and slam that stall door. Like, you're not coming in here too.
Oh my
buddy.
goodness.
So
Were they not saying anything?
No, nobody was saying anything.
Oh my goodness.
So as I'm walking out of the bathroom, I go, "Hey, mine's free." And that's it. Then nothing ever came of it. I didn't even tell my boss for like a week because I was like, I don't want any kind of repercussions of this. What a nightmare.
I mean, the ocean's right there. The hotel's right off the ocean. You could have just gone into the ocean.
I have never went number 2 in the ocean.
Why do people get so weird?
About?
Simply saying, I have to use the restroom. If somebody can hurry up, please. I will
Have you
say
said that?
no, but I had something similar. I will now divulge. I also had to go use the restroom in the guest bathroom once too, because both were being used in the employee room. So I was using it, and you hear same thing, wet flip flops. You hear them fast. Come in. All of a sudden you hear, and I'm hearing this guy. I'm like, I'm either gonna say to myself, well, either this guy is like you're thinking to yourself, what is this guy weird, or
What is going on here?
He has some sort of ulterior motive, or like he's gonna say something any minute, right? Like, what's his plan? Or if he has something to say, he'll say it. I want him to say it. Like, what's his thing, right? So I just kept doing my thing, and like, if I'm not ready to get up, then I'm not gonna get up. So he leaves. So then I finish, and then I get up, wash my hands, and I look at his footprints all over the floor of just like wet footprints. Mm-hmm. And then I look around, and there's nobody there anymore.
Oh my!
So it's just like, okay, so I guess the guy went somewhere else. But like, you think like, if this guy really had to go, he went somewhere.
This is guest bathrooms by the pool.
Yeah, the closest one. Oh, that one was the one right by the hot tub.
Oh, okay.
The one where you go into the building.
Now I can picture exactly
You know where that one
where
is?
you were. Yeah.
Yeah, we go like down the stairs and.
Yeah.
But the guy left a big water trail, not a. Yes.
Did you get the cleaning crew to
No.
mop it up? Put a wet floor sign?
No.
No, they do it every hour or so. Someone's over there to just check up on it.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. My bathroom story probably happened when I was about 10, 11 years old.
That one doesn't count.
No?
Yeah, go ahead. We all make mistakes when we're like 10, 11.
Well, this wasn't my mistake.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that wasn't even my story. That was just someone else's story. I just thought I'd throw that one in there.
So I was at this meeting that I would frequent,
Mm-hmm.
and I would always, during the middle of it, I would always not make an excuse, but I would always have to kind of go to the bathroom.
You'd find a reason.
Yeah. So I would get up in the middle of it and I would head to the back. Just, to get up and kind of refresh my legs.
Mm-hmm.
And so I go into the men's room and at this establishment there's 2 urinals and a stall. Well, for going number 1, I would never go into the stall. So I'm not going to go in there. But there were 2 people at the urinal, so I had to wait. There was somebody washing their hands at the sink, so I'm just waiting until someone steps away from the urinals.
Yeah.
Well, this older gentleman who was a snowbird,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that was included in the details of this story, but
Well, he was.
he's talking, while he's at the urinal, he's talking to the guy washing his hands. So it goes sink, and then the 2 urinals. He's in the middle. He's right between the sink and the other urinal. So he's looking over, talking to the guy. Well, I would say this guy was probably like 70. He's done doing his business. He's talking to the guy. So he steps back and turns to the guy at the sink before he zips himself up. And a little 10-year-old, 11-year-old boy, cute little boy,
You.
me,
Yeah.
sees this feature that 70-year-old men have.
So
Well,
you
all
might as
men-
well have
all
been
men
at the
have
pool
it.
at this point.
So you
When I grow up-
little Frisch Colette.
I saw a little rigatoni.
You named it?
Just out and about, man.
Just going for a walk. If you really were to think about the story,
I don't want
you
to.
would
But
you would think, why, like, were your eyes down there? But it's not that kind of thing, because you know how you can just look over at something and your eyes just go. It's not like
Yeah.
you're looking there purposefully. What were you gonna say though? You were gonna say ask.
No, it's one of our. We went to. We had Nikki and I had a convention to go to
Mm-hmm.
in Brooklyn,
Mm-hmm.
and we were assisting with some of the pool area festivities at this convention.
You know, I've been to a few that have pools,
Mm-hmm.
and I've never had the honor, the privilege like you guys have of assisting with that. I would love to do that.
I was the mop boy
Yeah.
for like 3 years in a row,
Yeah.
just mopping. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
You knew people, didn't you?
Yeah, we knew people
Just
in low
our
places.
congregation was just the mopping. Was just literally
Yeah.
yeah, just
Uh-huh.
those.
Anyway, we so our friend Don
Don
Not
Paul.
Paul?
Don Paul, he he is one of the people who has to get in the pool
Mm-hmm.
for the festivities, and
What do they say?
and did not
Can't handle the pressure.
got everybody downstairs. He's like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're like, thank you, Don Paul, for the instruction. He said yes, very good. Did no warning whatsoever. Went to go get changed into his bathing suit, not behind a curtain, And I saw it, and then I saw everybody else see it. Just his face in a corner, pants down, underwear down, and like from behind, it was like, "Wow, got us!" Like he got me, and then I turned around, and then I saw you see it, and then I saw my buddy Woo Woo see it.
But was there an area to change privately?
Yeah, curtains and everything, but he just chose.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like we were in a locker room, and then there was like 5 or 6 showers
with curtains.
Mm-hmm. So you could have went into a shower stall, drew the curtain, got changed in that curtain, pulled it back, and came out if you wanted to. But it's like we're all men here, you know. So.
Not me. I was.
Come on, just do your thing. Let's move on. It's one of those things where it's like, if as long as you're facing a wall, you're not looking at yourself getting naked. So if everyone's faces the wall, we're all good, right? Like we're all men here. No one should be facing each other, kind of thing. Like I think that's how men think, right? It's like
no.
Well, that's
that's the way it is at all.
I think if it's like an unspoken rule, it's like boys look at men. I don't know the rule. I didn't write it. Or maybe I don't know. Isn't like something from Lion King? I don't know.
I have another story that
Yes,
goes
please.
along with this.
Yes.
I went to this place for a few weeks. That's sort of like a college. It's
like
in New
Went to a
York.
college for a few weeks.
Like camp.
Yeah, kind of like a camp. It could be a camp for some, maybe a college for others. Depends on the location that you're at, really. But I went up to New York to go to this college for about a few weeks. And so in the morning, when you would have breakfast, you would dress in nicer clothing. And then before you went to work, you would go to, depending on where you were working on the complex, you would go to this, like they would have locker rooms basically in different areas, and you would leave like your work clothes in the locker if you chose to do so, which I did. I would just always bring them with me. So I go into the changing room, locker room area, and they're like, "Oh, this is going to be your locker." And so I put my... Well, first of all, I am very nervous about undressing when there's... I don't know, there was probably... Just in our little section, there was probably like 25 guys right there. And there was not much space in between you and the next guy. So, the way that I did it, because I was so uncomfortable about it, is I would basically have an undershirt, and then I would just keep my underwear. So I wouldn't like change out underwear after a sweaty day. Right. Well, this is at the end of the day. So I would just stick with the same underwear that I...
Yeah.
Because then I would have to change back into the nicer clothes to go get dinner. So I wouldn't shower there. And
Did a lot of people shower there?
Yes. They did have curtains.
Yeah, because they were dirty from the work day.
Yeah.
So you would just wait till you get home that night after dinner.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. Do what you got to do to feel comfortable that day.
So, this one time, I remember, we had, our little department had a supervisor, and his locker was right behind me. And I remember this one day, after, just getting to know him and working with him for a little bit, he was a supervisor.
And so you're like, hey, how come you never take your underwear off?
I go ahead and I change, and I turn around, and it's like that's that thing where it's not that you're looking, it's just...
Right there.
Yeah. I turn around. Fortunately, I don't see the front, but I turn around, and there's a moon right there.
Guarda la luna.
And I'm just like, wow, I just saw my supervisor's backside.
Yeah. And then you can sketch it from memory when you get back to
I
your...
can still see it. And this was 8 years ago. This was almost 8 years ago, and I can still see it. Just like the older gentleman, I can still see his fettuccine.
Isn't that a privilege?
It's not a privilege.
Whoa. You just changed from a rigatoni to a fettuccine.
It was cold in there.
That bad?
Go to the Patreon for Drew's sketches.
Yes, I'll have them up there.
Yep.
Only our wonderful Patreon
Mm-hmm.
subscriber people can see that stuff.
How's your artistic skills?
It's very accurate.
Watercolors. You guys want to split a grave plot, the three of us?
What?
They're getting very expensive.
Are they? Are we doing stacking or spreading them?
It just all depends on who goes first.
Does it though?
Okay, Chris, if you go first,
Yeah.
but if you go first,
Whatever.
then yeah, you could be laying down. Nick, if you go next, you could be face down. You guys could be face to face, like you're talking to each other, and then I could be on top, and I could have my back on your back.
Mm-hmm.
I know Drew doesn't want to be face to face with anybody. That's a fact.
Very accurate.
You're breathing on me. You're breathing on me.
So if I'm first, then you can put me face down.
Would that be... now we gotta think about who's gonna die first.
Probably me because I'm older.
Mm.
Remember that time I saw those two people when I was on the bus,
Yeah.
the subway? It made me think about that when you said we're face to face in the grave.
Mm-hmm.
One time I was on the Q34 in Queens, and I saw these two people. I could not tell you if either of them was male or female. They were.
You know what they looked like? You remember that show Booba?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's what they looked
Those
like.
like round, shapeless beings.
Yes.
That's
With
what they
heads
looked
at the top.
Uh-huh.
And I think the hats like matched. So the hats like matched their outfits.
like.
And they were literally belly to belly arguing.
I showed you the picture, right?
Yeah.
I saw them on the bus. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is
It's like
photo
Animal,
gold,
Animal Planet.
photo gold." I took a picture of it, and they were like this. They were face to face.
But we still had like almost 3 feet in between them. In between face to face.
Because their bellies were about an inch apart. If you can imagine that. Their stomachs, so they were about maybe 300 pounds each.
Uh-huh.
So they were belly to belly, and they were like this, talking to each other. So they were like literally belly to belly, having full conversation.
Oh my.
What about the time...
I was like looking at that going, whoa, that's weird.
I remember being on the bus and thinking to myself, this is a beautiful tapestry of ethnicities and ages and people who just could not care less about each other.
It's true.
All these people, so many different people and races and things.
Uh-huh.
And this is how it should be. Everybody, if something goes down, yeah, we all care about each other. But right now, we're all just trying to get to do whatever the heck we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I appreciated that. So I was talking to this tomato the other day, right?
Yeah.
And the tomato was like, "Do you know why I turned red that one time?"
Why?
What do you say?
Well, this has been Matzo Boys.
Oh.
Get us every time, Chris.
The tomato said the reason I turned red is because I saw the salad dressing.
Oh, that fits in perfectly with this episode.
Why?
Oh,
Because it's
perfect.
embarrassing. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.